Hi Newsround, this is James Waterhouse, the BBC's correspondent here in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Now, the last time we spoke, I wasn't wearing one of these, but this is a country now very much at war. And I gather you've got some more questions.
Will the UK fight Russia?
Well, funny golden spaniel, the UK is not likely to fight Russia. It's because it's part of that team of countries called NATO, and the UK, along with other countries, doesn't want to get involved because they're worried it would lead to a much bigger war that would spread outside of Ukraine. So instead, they've been sending military equipment like missiles, as well as money to help with Ukraine's economy.
Are the children that are still in Ukraine able to get an education?
Children in Ukraine are able to still get an education, but of course it's a lot more difficult. In places where there isn't fighting, they can still go to school. In places where there is fighting, some are being taught at home, some are being able to log online to the internet and take part in an online school, an online classroom, and schools in other countries where where families have had to be escaping to, have been able to join schools there. So fortunately, children are still getting some kind of an education, but of course, it's a lot more difficult.
Is this going to be called World War III?
Aman, I know why you're asking that question. It's not being called a world war. Why? Because this is a war between Russia and Ukraine. It was Russia that decided to invade Ukraine, and it is only Ukraine that is defending itself. So for now, it is not being called a world war, and other countries are very keen to keep it that way, and they're doing their best to not get involved.
What happens if Russia wins the war?
Well, there are a lot of ideas on that. The most common one is that Russia would try and put in politicians of their choosing. Politicians they could tell what to do, and that would be Russia's way of trying to control Ukraine. But the last time they tried to do that, there was a revolution. People protested for months, and the last president had to leave the country. The other thing is that Ukrainians are seriously fighting back in this war. This is why on the 20th day, the 21st day, they haven't taken the country yet, and many Ukrainians hope they never will.
What is the UK doing to support Ukraine?
Well, Midnight Wolf, the UK has just started a scheme where it's going to pay households a bit of money to host Ukrainian refugees, people from here who have had to leave their homes because of the fighting. They're also going to try and make it easier for Ukrainians to come to the UK and help them with all the paperwork to allow them to live there and work there.
Have you any idea when this war will be over?
Sometimes you have to admit when you have no idea, and I have no idea. It could be a drawn-out battle. Everyone thought Russia would be in the country quickly, they would be here in the capital in no time, and they would be setting up some kind of a government. That has not happened. One politician in Ukraine today has said that this war could be over by May, they said. They think Russia will run out of supplies and fuel and have to pull back and have to come to some kind of peace deal. But the honest answer is no one really knows.
Are news correspondents in Ukraine safe, and are they able to get home?
Yes, we are keeping safe. We have a team of experts that look at this every single day, because you have to remember, it's not just news correspondents, it's these guys as well. We look at it every day. Currently we can get out, but if we can't, we'll stay safe and make sure we can keep telling you what is happening in this war.